Welcome back to our in-depth holiday edition of the History of the Rose Parade. The Wrigley Mansion, a sprawling Italian Renaissance-style home that sits on Orange Grove Boulevard, is a giant monument to the family that lived there. The Wrigleys, known for their chewing gum company. We got an up-close and personal look at this beautiful mansion with the help of a veteran parade volunteer that really is a walking encyclopedia of the place. His name is Charlie Wood. Tournament of Roses Central is Wrigley Mansion on Orange Grove in Pasadena.
This is where all the planning takes place for the parade and the game each year.
It's massive, 18,500 square feet. How many rooms?
22 rooms.
22 rooms. And Charlie Wood knows each and every one of them really well.
Come on into the living room. It's rather spectacular.
He's been a volunteer here for years, loves the place, and knows so much about it. It was the home to William and Ada Wrigley from 1914 to 1958.
Mrs. Wrigley didn't like him yelling on the phone, so she built him, catch this, a telephone booth. Rather novel for that period of time. Mrs. Wrigley died in 1958. The house was given to the city of Pasadena in 1960, as long as it would be our headquarters.
Charlie says Mrs. Wrigley felt like the Tournament of Roses parade was her very own because it formed right in front of her house.
And this is where I think Mrs. Wrigley watched the parade from. It's a spectacular view.
You look out this window, how far back do the parades go in your mind?
In my mind, I joined the tournament in 1977, but we moved down in '76, and we actually came to see it.
In 1977, the Grand Marshals were singing cowboy Roy Rogers and his wife Dale Evans, just two of the many remarkable Grand Marshals over the years. People like Frank Sinatra, Lawrence Welk, who can forget Kermit the Frog, and actors Gregory Peck and Shirley Temple. There were President and Mrs. Nixon, and the 34th President of the United States, Dwight David Eisenhower.
Let's go into the dining room because I want to show you where President Eisenhower had breakfast the morning he was Grand Marshal of the parade.
But it's not where he had breakfast that's memorable, it's what happened afterwards. Before the parade, comedian Bob Hope told the President it's really cold and he should drink lots of coffee. Then just before the parade,
Bob Hope leaned back over and said, "It's a 2.5-hour parade and they don't stop."
That's when the President sneaked away from his Secret Service detail to find a bathroom.
Stepped in, pulled this little pocket door out.
Problem was, after he was done,
he couldn't get the door open.
Eventually he did and made the parade on time, but it took pounding on the walls for the President to get help. And that's why this is officially known as the Eisenhower bathroom.
Best wood in the house.
Charlie loves the wood inlays on the doors, like this book-matched veneer.
Which means that you slice the tree, open it up, and it looks the same on both sides. Mrs. Wrigley loved this stuff. This is the mind, the heart, the body, and the soul.
But the heart and soul of what goes on here isn't just the trophies or gifts like this one from the Pac-12 for the 100th Rose Bowl. It's the volunteers, over 900 of them, people who make the Tournament of Roses what it is. People like Charlie Wood, who get as excited today as he did 40 years ago, walking the floats and seeing parade watchers' reactions.
You come around the corner onto Colorado, and your jaw drops, and all you can see, people who are there to watch your parade.
And the joy flowers and floats bring to each and every one of them. Wow. Janet Evans back with us, former Olympian and former Grand Marshal, and my eyes were glued to that.